If Jesus walked into your church today, would he recognize it as his own? Let's compare the church Jesus and his disciples led with the church we see today. Welcome to Truth Center, where uncomfortable truths are spoken, hidden knowledge is revealed, and everyday questions are explored with bold honesty. In Acts of the Apostle, we see a model of church that is very different from what we often experience today. Here are a few differences. Jesus said, "The world will know his disciples by their love for one another." In Acts, the believers cared for each other so deeply that no one was left in need. The rich among them sold what they owned, so they shared with those that they didn't have. And believe me, Peter didn't take the lion's share. In today's church, we often see a different scenario. Love often takes the back seat. Instead, there's heavy emphasis on prophetic seed, honor, financial giving. Not that those are bad, but the result is often that the leaders of the church becomes wealthy, while majority of the members live in abject poverty, unlike the church that Peter pastored. Then you see the pastor offer prayer for the needy instead of sharing, whereas they stock their bank accounts with more than enough for themselves. Jesus washed his disciples' feet and taught that the greatest must be a servant. The leaders of the early church lived among the people, not above them. But today, many leaders are treated like celebrities, unreachable, untouchable, surrounded by a lot of protocols. They pray for angels to guide you home, maybe after a midnight crusade, but they go home heavily guarded by armed personnel to the teeth. When the early church prayed, the place shook. The Spirit moved with boldness, miracles, and undeniable power. Today, we rely on systems and strategies and stage lights than on the Spirit. And if the piano mistakenly goes off or the sound effects of strings are removed, it automatically seems as though the Holy Spirit left. We see more of entertainment than transformation. The church Jesus and his disciples pastored were built on love, service, and spirit. But today, too often we see wealth gaps, money-driven practices, celebrity leadership, and entertainment. If we are honest, Jesus might not recognize what we have built. Maybe it's time to return to his blueprint. What difference do you see in the church today and with the early church? Leave your comments.